What's up everybody, hello and welcome to a new first impressions video. Today we have a look at Crossroads Inn. The game has just been released on Steam. It kind of reminds me like the Guild 3. It is a management simulation game in the Middle Ages where you build a tavern and inn, but it's much more complex than this. So you not only have an inn, you have a hotel kind of, you can give out quests, you can give out rewards, you have characters that you can level up, and you also have a full-fledged story mode, which we're going to start here now. If you like this first impression, if you like this game, we're going for sandbox, a lengthy sandbox game that is as well, and have a look at what the game offers at its whole. But right now we just start with the campaign to also see a bit of the story, a bit of the voice acting and stuff like that, so we can see a full impression of what the video has to offer. As you can see, the version is 0.8, so it's actually in early access right now. It's not full at the moment. And without further ado, let's start the campaign.
Delchris, a continent where three rival kingdoms are fighting for dominance and gold. For many centuries, one has always had the upper hand. Yorvale. With its prospering cities, it has the economic strength to challenge the trade power of southern Zambria. And with its city's high walls, it can withstand the military might of Untermarch, neighboring to the east. But the golden age of Yorvale is nearing its end. And a sudden tragedy, the death of the wise and just King Owen, marks the beginning of a new era. The kingdom is left without an heir, and everyone is whispering about foul play, but no one dares to say it aloud. And so Yorvale has to choose a new king, while the schemers in the capital look at the empty throne and see only a ladder. Prince Arthur Rockbury, a well-known debauchee, has cornered the Yorvale's wine trade, and in his life of pleasure, he has only one objective: to secure his privileged position by any means necessary. The dangerous Countess, Eliza Devon. As the king's mistress, she had an established position in the royal court, but now will align herself with anyone who will help her retain her status. The army's commander, Judine Montre, is a disciplined leader with unparalleled focus. For years, she would use every occasion to try to rekindle the conflict with Untermarch. And now...
Okay, and there abruptly it ends, but what the hell? Am I actually playing an innkeeper game here right now? I'm not so sure about that, but well, let's see what awaits us actually.
Owen the Great, the king of Yorvale, was found dead in his chambers. The whole kingdom went into mourning. His death surprised all, for until then the king had enjoyed excellent health. It had been widely believed that his reign would be long and fruitful. The investigation was short, and the official statement declared heart disease to be the cause of death. But people knew. They remembered how the royal children had died in mysterious circumstances while still young. And so they started talking, albeit quietly, about a conspiracy to kill the king and his dynasty. Meanwhile, at the southeastern end of Yorvale, far away from the big world of politics, in a small town, a young lad was preparing to take over his uncle's inn. Martin Brevet was getting old, and he still had a few things he wanted to teach his nephew.
Alrighty, this is kind of an intro there, like it really feels like a AAA role-playing game. But we're just building an inn here, I think. At least that's what I know so far. Martin, good news! I've managed to convince the miller to have his son's wedding party at our inn. A wedding! Okay, wonderful news. We can finally make it the inn of our dreams. And wonderful, he's happy with that. We received 5,000 guldens, and I just say okay to that. And with that, we can now choose if we want to start with the tutorial or if we want to skip the tutorial. In this case, I really want to see what the tutorial is all about. And let's have a look at that. So here we are now. because the tutorial lets us start from scratch, you know, there's nothing else here. It's just, well, actually, it's just the walls, the basic walls of what we have here. And we need to start here. There we have the quest log, and there it says renovate the inn. So we have to expand the inn by 4, well, tiles of ground. And as you can see, I actually do like the graphics. I really do like them. It looks very detailed and everything, and the music so far very, very atmospheric. And here we have the inn. That's our character here, Martin, and then we also have stats that he's got, so like, you know, fatigue and mood and loyalty, and so he needs to sleep as well, and his mood can change, stuff like that happens, and he can also level up there. Isn't that nice? Now let's have a look. There we have the building menu, and here we have the building mode. So there are certain or different types of stuff here. So we have, for example, the guest room, the kitchen, the storage, the main hall, and here we are in the main hall. So if I click on the main hall, I select it, and now I can expand it. We need to expand it by 4 tiles. That's it. Perfect. Now this is being built, so we shouldn't build this while the inn is open. It's closed right now. And now let's set up some tables, and I'll do it. Okay, so it's rather empty so far. Let's go back to the building menu. Wait, first, we want to see how this one here fares. This one needs to be finished here before we can do anything. So let's wait it out. There it is, perfect. It has a bit of a different ground there, but well, we'll see what happens then. Now let's have some tables. And by the way, this is not a simple inn simulation. So there are quests coming up and stuff like that. So let's see what awaits us. So we want to have some tables here. They only show in one direction as far as I can see, but I think we can just have several of them. Okay, so 3 tables, that's all I need right now. And we also need some benches, Martin tells us. So let's have some benches here. They need to be as close as possible to the tables there. And number 6 there, perfect. So now we have 3 tables there with 6 benches. And we also need a candle holder to get some light in here. It's rather dark, isn't it? A candle holder, here we have it, and here we can see that there is light coming up. Perfect. Let's actually build a second one over here, because it's a bit too dark there at the moment. Alrighty, and it's almost ready. Just take this barrel and place it close to the counter. Okay, so now we have a barrel. There it is. This is a water barrel. We actually want to have a wine barrel. Let's see. A simple barrel, which can be used for wine as well. And we want to have it close to the counter. So, well, somewhere here, I'd say. Here we can actually have 2 of them then. Perfect. Okay, so that was the first quest here now. We've done all the tasks, and that gives us 1000 guldens as a reward. Let's claim that. Get the money for that. So we have 6000 guldens now, and we're still on level 1 there of fame. And 0 guests so far. Well, I see you lack no enthusiasm today. Let's get to work. Let's continue there. He's got a quest for me. Let's have a look at that.
Gonna be just fine.
And you handle everything very well. And so since you're an adult now, I would like to give this inn over to you. Okay. So that's it. And since you will be managing the ill, a lot of difficult conversations await you. Remember to make use of some sublime dialogue techniques like oratory, deception, intimidation, passion, and wisdom. So we can raise our skills here, like deception and wisdom, and we can use them then in these conversations. Alrighty. There's a lot of text there. I'm skipping some of it because I know it's not all important that we need. But I can just tell you that the story is pretty cool actually. There we have someone who gives us a quest.
I should get a drink, or 2, or 5.
And that's Rockbury. Well met, innkeeper. I've heard that you're expanding the main hall. That can only mean one thing. You've convinced the miller to have his son's wedding at your place. And if that's the case, you will need alcohol. How many barrels? Let's say 6 barrels of wine. Oh, let's round it down to 70,000 guldens. We have 6,000. Okay, how much? There's no way we can get that kind of money. I'm sorry to hear that, but you don't have a choice. Ever since King Owen died, there are new rules, no laws. I'm the only one who regulates trade in Eastern Yorvale. The wine will come from my cellars, or there won't be any wine at all. Let's say, esteemed prince, by hindering freedom of trade. And that makes sense. I need to think about it. Well, goodbye for now. So we kind of like intimidated him there a bit, and he's actually giving in like that. Okay, goddamn Rockberry. How did he manage to get that monopoly? If it truly has exclusivity on trading booze, it will be really difficult to buy fairly priced alcohol. And I'm sure we'll find a solution there. I might have a way. We will need a notice board. I want you to post a message saying, "A cuckoo always cuckoos thrice." Okay, why? I know my boy. Just do what I'm asking. Okay, let's do that. So this introduces the next layer kind of this game that kind of makes it more distinct in my opinion. And that is the message board, the notice board, or quests that I can give out. Let's have 2 of them. I don't know why 2. Actually, can I get rid of this one here? And what do we need to do with that now? Put a message on the board. A secret note. Okay, so he's going to do that now.
This one's on the house.
And he's already on his way there. Oh, you can zoom in really close there. I like that. He's putting up the message now. We can of course also pause the game and make it much faster. And we've put the message on the board. And now we unlock a new social group in the innkeeper's journal, the outlaws. Sometimes these quests here, they're a bit skipped there. And now I can have quests here then, if I want to. So there we have the tasks. Put a message on the board. And now there's someone coming, look at that, Marino. And he's an outlaw. And he's looking for a quest, I guess. Something that he can do. And here we also have something interesting. We have a level system. So here we have our objectives that we need to do. And we also have our trades here, upgrades that are available for this inn. So at the moment we have nothing, we've got 1 point. So we can actually go for unlock some new type of guests, the outlaws. Let's do that. There comes the sound. And now all we need to do is wait. Waiting is the hardest task of all. I hate waiting, says the waiter. And for that we can speed up the game if we want to. And just have a look there. We've got everything here actually. I think we still need to wait a bit there for an outlaw. There it is. Outlaw. He's got a name. Renmi. A cuckoo always cuckoos thrice and a crow only crows once. Hello Martin, I've received a message that you need my help. It's about Rockberry, isn't it? Wait, hold on. Who's this kitty? This is my nephew. He's the boss around here now. Have it your way. Let's get down to business. Other innkeepers are also complaining and I'm trying to stay on top of it, so I know all about your issue. It so happens that I have a barrel of fantastic Ragosan wine, imported straight from Zambria. If you can sell it quickly, I'll be able to get you more. Perhaps even involve you in a trade on a bigger scale? Well, let's do it. And one more thing. What we're doing here is not exactly, let's just say that some folks would disapprove of it. Since it's you who'll be in charge, I want to make sure that in dangerous situation you are able to do, well, say something that isn't exactly the truth, or even threaten someone. And I've never told a lie, no, that's not true. Can I threaten someone? You wouldn't want to find out. Right, and your favor among outlaws is increased. Perfect, and we receive 17 barrels of wine. Now let's see. We can claim this one here now, since we've done everything. And actually that was the quest, right? Good for us. And we receive 100 goldens. And let's continue. Yeah, I saw a girl around here recently, even though she smelled like pipe herbs. She seemed proficient. Pipe herbs. Yes, to put it bluntly, she smokes like a chimney, though the smoke is something our clients might dislike. I still feel that we should hire her. Alright, let's hire a person, because of course we can't only do that ourselves. Let's have a look there, and we got Martin, and I think she's under hire, Tesney, servant. There she is, and now we can hire her. She costs us a bit of that. And yeah, also a new recipe. I'm going to show that in a second. Let's hire the servant first. Tesney, and there she comes. Oh, she's looking older than on the picture.
I live to serve.
Before we open the inn, it would be good to clean up after the renovation. Perfect. Let's clean up the room. So for that,
What can I do for you?
I will have to give her a task or her duties, and cleaning should be on high priority, something like that. We can only see what she should be doing, focus on quality, on speed, on comfort. We could fire her, upgrade her if she's got enough experience points, something like that. So that we have a bit of a micro simulation there as well for the persons. Alright, but that's not the only thing. So what we also want, we are cleaning up the inn here now, while listening to that very cool music. And what we also need is a recipe, of course. So our people or our guests can't order anything right now. So we need to get a menu up here. And there we have it. Add to the menu. And at the moment we only have one recipe, and that is a mug of table wine. It takes us wine. We have 17 in stock of that. It costs 36 golden for my people, and we can accept. So now we have the first recipe here, and the inn is open. That's that. We can still claim the money. Perfect. That's that. That was the last quest here now. And now we're open. Time to make some money. Let's try to sell all of Remny's wine. It's gonna be around 12 goblets. Go get it. It's getting nighttime now. That's even good. And look at that. She's smoking here. In the middle of the room. And there the first guests are coming in. Quite a lot of them. Oh boy. That's going to be a busy day. And they're taking the places there. My
Ready
employee
for anything?
doesn't really care about that, it seems. She's rather smoking weed. Oh, it's kind of full in there already. Perhaps we should expand here a bit with another table. Over here. Can we actually have benches there then too? Yeah, looking good. Perfect. Okay, so there we have some benches. Of course, we also want a bit of lighting here. And we also would have these standing candles there. Also looks very cool. And I'm sure there are a lot of decorations coming up too. But we'll just keep it at that now. So more people have places there. And yeah, I want something to drink. So he's now going for the wine, hopefully. And my waitress is still smoking weed.
What can I do for you?
Are you kidding me? Scold. Let's see. She's not supposed to do that.
Your employee is leveling up.
Oh, very nice. I scolded her and she's leveled up. Okay, so now at least she gets something here. Okay. Perfect, she's doing something. Earning her bread there. And of course we can speed it up if we want to. And here we can also see the different factions that we have. So distressed, or the mood actually. So townsfolk, the distressed ones, the nobles, the outlaws, and the travelers. Martin, well, right now the pile of dirty dishes is bigger than the pile of money we were supposed to be making. We could use a dishwasher. You would probably want to throw away the dirty mugs and just buy new ones, wouldn't ya? Well, maybe in the future when we're swimming in money, but for now, let's do it my way. Just set up a dishwasher. Okay, let's see. There we have it. And here we should have something new. That is a simple dishwasher. It's a barrel here. And we're going to give it in the storeroom here, or in this dark room there. So I don't want my people seeing that. How we are cleaning the dishes there. Oh, it's quite full in this little inn here. And my service is not fast enough, it seems. I'm getting some water here, washing the dishes, very good. Well, she's doing her job, this time without smoking. Both of them are now doing their thing, perfect. That's good. 9 cups of wine left, 8 cups of wine left. So there I can see how much I have in store. Oh, I totally forgot about this. There's also a map, of course, of Rockbury Fields. So this is just a small part so far. And here we have our inn, and there are other things around us, you know, where we can then buy stuff from, or there are perhaps new quests, something like that. And I got a message from Remy. He wants to expand our cooperation. He thinks of distributing wine to the whole of Eastern Eurovale. Not only will this guarantee us constant supply, we will also make some money on distribution itself. All we need to do is set up a stash on the first floor, so that leech Rockbury doesn't find out. Okay.
It's already been 5 minutes since I had a drink.
And Rockbury, I saw the blacksmith just a second ago. He was drunk as a skunk coming from the direction of your inn. Where did you get the booze for sale? He was already drunk when he came here. He was drunk when he showed up. Oh, if that's the case, then I'm sorry. Okay, that was easy again. Perhaps he's not that smart, this guy. He's gone now, and we need to do something. We need to hire a new one. A drudge. Perfect. So he's carrying stuff. Let's hire him. There he is. Oh. He's not really looking like someone who could work there. Finally, an ambitious young man for ambitious work. First, tell him to declutter the entrance to the attic. A laborer can destroy objects that otherwise cannot be removed, such as rubble, logs, rocks, and bushes. Okay, let's see. There we have it. There are stairs up to the first floor, and the problem is we have some clutter here, so we need to remove it. So I've ordered it now, and what's the name of this chap here? Elias. He's now going for it. He doesn't really look like in the picture though. Anyway, he's doing it. Yeah, that probably will work. This graphic reminds me of Borderlands. It really does. Very similar style. Okay, we still have the rubble there. Now he's doing it with his bare hands. Perfect. Well, we're still making a good chunk of money there. From those people there. It's really full. How much wine do we have left? We can't see that, unfortunately.
Your employee is leveling up.
Storage. Martin, that's more like it. Now to use our storage room, we need to place some containers in it. A storage shelf and at least 2 barrels should be enough. Perfect. So that we need to do actually here. There we can go now to the higher level here. Perfect. And here we need now 2 barrels. I almost forgot, we could use a pallet for all those goods. You can ask the drudge to make some room for it next to the inn. Okay, we also need to make more room, but first, let's get those things here up. So we need those, a basic shelf. Let's have 2 of them here, and then we want to have the wine barrel. Why not? Actually, was it 2 wine barrels? See. Place a shelf and at least 2 barrels. Nope, just normal barrels. This one here. Okay, let's also get wine barrels up here while I'm at it. Perfect. So there we have the storage room now. Shouldn't be a big deal. And then we also need to place a pallet next to the inn. Oh, and great, we're ready. All we need to do now is get the wine. You can find Remni's camp on the edge of the old forest, right next to the border with Zambria. Here's the rest of the advance payment for the wedding. Okay, so when we look at the map now, there he is, Bandit Camp. And here we can actually start buying things, and for this case we want to have wine, and he's got 9 in stock, so we can just go for, yeah, I think actually all of them if we want to. Perfect. There we bought it. And now it just needs being transported to us. So there it is already coming our way. And then we can use the wine there in the inn. And the drudge in the meantime is washing the dishes, as he should. And a little bit later, Rockberry comes back. And I've heard that someone in this general area is either selling or smuggling alcohol. Well, it's certainly not me. And an honest innkeeper would never do such a dishonorable thing, certainly. And what exactly are you trying to achieve by saying that, my poor fool? Are you trying to anger the Duke? The Duke would just so happens brought this man with him. If you have nothing to hide, I'm sure you won't mind them searching your inn. And oh, that doesn't sound good. They're actually the Duke's men coming now for my inn and searching them. And let's hope that we've sold enough wine so they don't find any. And of course the guests are just drinking water. And oh, they found actually some wine here. They're getting that out of here now. 2 barrels, what I can see so far. 2 barrels, and they're just taking them with them now. Or what? Let's have a look at that. Nope, no more wine here. Unfortunately, only water for my guests, for my esteemed guests. And what should I do now? We're still waiting for the quest there. So they're going away again. And oh, my people actually tell me it's poor service here. Because of course I don't have any wine at this point. We also have the palace here, so here we can store goods then other than wine. Stuff like cheese and sausages, certainly.
This place is so boring, it hurts.
Good morning, innkeeper. I'm having a rather bad day. Let's make this quick. Indeed, you have. What can I do for you, Duke? Illegal wine was found in an inn not far from here. Quite suspicious, don't you think? Why should I care? And what do you want with me? If it's trouble you're looking for... Ha! You're indeed quickly becoming my favorite innkeeper in the area. Keep it up and it will benefit you, no doubt about it. Have a pleasant day, innkeeper. Okay, this time he gave in. No problem so far. And I don't think we have any more wine here now. Nope. Certainly not. Certainly not in my watch. So he's just passing by now, leaving once again into the forest. And we're still having so many people here. And we actually also got some fame here now.
Your employee is leveling up.
Perfect. She's got a level up
Ready
there, it
for
seems.
anything.
But we can't upgrade her at this point. So she's still pretty close to it. Not yet, though. And I think we just need to wait a bit now for Remni to come back and check if we have enough wine. But of course we don't have any. There he is again.
This place is
Well, innkeeper, we meet again. Indeed you have. What can I do for you, Duke? Oh, it's always the same thing here. So here we can see our success chance that we have each time he asks us. And an honest innkeeper wouldn't do that. And oh, this time he didn't believe me, so the guards are coming up again, and this time they won't find anything. So let's just have them look there. It's also kind of reminding me of Divinity, doesn't it? It has this vibe. Oh, and this time they're actually going upstairs here. But they're not finding any wine this time. There we actually have something in store. What is that? A mug. Nothing else there. Okay. Empty-handed, they're going away. Hopefully not coming back again. This is pure harassment now on this side. And I can't do anything about it. Alright, and a little bit later, we should be close to solving the game now. And oh, she's smoking again. Let's scold her for it. It's not good to smoke, especially in front of my customers. We have anti-smoking regulations here in my inn, even though it's the Middle Ages. And right, smuggle more wine. Remney will be rather disappointed, so there it is. That was the quest. He kind of harassed us for quite some time, but in this case, I think we succeeded, and we can claim this price for it. Smuggle the alcohol. That's a lot of money that we get out of here. 3,000 gulden that we can then use for something else. And of course, with wine, we also have lots of guests. And Remney, so how do you like the smuggling business, my dear innkeepers? It went quite well, considering that Rockberry was sniffing around. Alrighty, and we get outlaw. Oh, actually decreased. If I were you, I'd avoid storing contraband from now on. Luckily, we made a few deals with our innkeepers in the area, so Rockberry and his men were literally flooded with our wine. And the bigger the flock, the harder it is to single out one birdie, if you know what I mean. Okay, I just don't understand why we actually were decreased with outlaws now, and why Remney is really disappointed with us. Because, you know, we kind of did everything. We do get 200 guldens here. And yeah, I was hoping for more. Of course, you've earned yourself a pouch of coins. More. Well, we can also see how high the chance here is. So this has 90%. Well, I didn't want to worry you, but Uncle Martin isn't feeling all that well lately. He needs money for the medicine. And we get another 100 gulden there. Perfect. Farewell. That's it. And good work. Not only did we do our job, we also almost bankrupted Rockberry. I'm sure he won't be bothering us anymore. And since we can buy booze with ease now, we can finish the wedding preparations. Oh, by the way, I have something that you might find useful. It's my old cookbook. Inside you will find 5 tested recipes which can be used for the wedding. So we've got something new here. Bread soup, gourmet groats, breaded mushrooms, grilled sausage, barbarian stew. And I'll pick something, and with that we can continue now with more complex things, so we can hire a kitchen lady and get some more recipes up here for that. But that was the end of the tutorial here, actually of the first mission kind of. We're in the middle now, and that is also the end of the first impressions. I gotta say, I really do like the game so far. Nice atmosphere, and also no bugs up to this point. I haven't seen any. Nice story, pretty epic story it seems for an innkeeper simulation game, and I hope you enjoyed this one here. Oh, look at that, someone's smoking again. And I hope you enjoyed it so far. If you like me to continue playing this game and perhaps the sandbox mode, just give me a like and a comment here. And without that, have a nice day, see you soon again.